In the movie titled The Gentleman, the story begins when Big Dave, the editor of the daily print tabloid, experiences a slight from the cannabis mogul Mickey Pearson during a party. Seeking answers, Dave enlists the services of private detective Fletcher to delve into Pearson's connections to Lord Pressfield. Pressfield, a duke, has a daughter named Laura who battles heroin addiction. Presenting his discoveries in the form of a screenplay named Bush, Fletcher offers to sell this information to Pearson's trusted associate, Raymond, for a staggering $20 million. Hailing from impoverished roots in the United States, Pearson earned a scholarship to Oxford, where he commenced his ventures in selling marijuana. He eventually abandoned his studies and erected a criminal empire. Pearson now contemplates selling his lucrative business to the American tycoon Matthew Berger for a colossal $400 million, intending to retire peacefully alongside his wife, Rosalind. Demonstrating the inner workings of his operation, Pearson showcases one of the labs where he cultivates cannabis beneath the estates of aristocratic landlords who require funds for their grand residence's maintenance. However, Pearson encounters a proposition from Dry Eye, an underling for the Chinese mobster Lord George, who seeks to acquire Pearson's enterprise. Pearson adamantly declines the offer. A chaotic event ensues when Pearson's lab falls victim to a raid by amateur MMA fighters and aspiring YouTubers known as the Toddlers. Overpowering the guards, they seize marijuana and boldly upload a rap video depicting their escapade online. Their horrified mentor, Coach, urgently instructs them to remove the video. After the raid, Pearson initiates the relocation of his cannabis plants from the estates as a precautionary measure. In response to Pressfield's plea, he also agrees to bring Laura back home. Raymond retrieves her from a council estate, where she resides among other addicts. However, a scuffle breaks out with her flatmates, resulting in the accidental death of Aslan, a young Russian, by one of Raymond's men. Laura is returned to her parents, but tragically succumbs to an overdose. Coach pays a visit to Raymond to express remorse for the actions of his students and offers his assistance as a form of reparation. Having captured Fook, a henchman of Dry Eye who divulged the lab's location to the Toddlers, Coach attempts to flee but tragically meets his demise under a train. In retaliation for Lord George's pursuit of his lab, Pearson issues a stern warning and annihilates one of George's heroin labs. George admonishes Dry Eye for his defiance in attacking Pearson and attempting to buy him out, subsequently meeting his end by one of his own men. Unbeknownst to many, Dry Eye collaborates with Berger, aiming to disrupt Pearson's business to lower its value. Taking Lord George's position, Dry Eye still aspires to seize Pearson's empire. Dry Eye endeavors to abduct Rosalind, who manages to fend off his men until she runs out of ammunition. In a dramatic turn, Raymond thwarts an assassin sent to kill Pearson, leading to a swift rescue mission for Rosalind. Ultimately, Pearson intervenes and prevents Dry Eye from assaulting her, resulting in his demise. Fletcher concludes his narrative, prompting Raymond to dismiss him from his residence. Fletcher validates Pearson's suspicions regarding the connection between Dry Eye and Berger. In response, Raymond commands the Toddlers to apprehend Big Dave. They drug him and film a compromising scene, threatening to expose it unless he halts his inquiry and refrains from publishing anything. Meanwhile, Pearson and Berger reconvene at a frozen fish plant, a facade for Pearson's European distribution hub. Despite Berger reducing his offer to $130 million due to recent disturbances, Pearson unveils his awareness of Berger's scheme, presenting Dry Eye's frozen body as evidence and asserting his retention of the business. Pearson compels Berger into a chilling predicament, coercing him into a refrigerator where he faces freezing to death unless he transfers $270 million as compensation for the bloodshed and the disorder caused. Pearson, motivated not solely by monetary gain but by Rosalind's assault, demands retribution in the form of a pound of flesh from Berger's own body, wherever Berger chooses for this transgression. Seeking remuneration, Fletcher approaches Raymond again, only to discover Raymond had been tailing him all along. The Toddlers pilfered Fletcher's caches of evidence after Raymond discreetly tagged him during their previous encounter. Adding to the complexity, Fletcher discloses selling information to Aslan's father, a Russian oligarch and ex-KGB operative. The assassin Raymond dispatched earlier was associated with the Russians. Amidst the turmoil, Coach eliminates 2 Russian assassins dispatched to eliminate Raymond, allowing Fletcher to escape. Pearson gets abducted by 2 other Russians, but is rescued by the toddlers, who intervene, eliminating the captors. Fletcher then decides to pitch the story as a film to Miramax. However, upon entering a cab, he realizes Raymond is the driver. Upon hearing of Fletcher's capture, Pearson and Rosalind return to their cannabis empire and rejoice together,